Country Cooking. I'm your hostess, Cindy Schumacher, and on today's show, we're going to be making tostada casserole, a fruit salad, and Mississippi mud brownies. So we're going to start with the brownies so we can get them in the oven. We'll start out with creaming a cup of butter with our 2 cups of sugar. Okay, then we're going to add our 4 eggs. This is actually one of those recipes, if you would rather not make your brownies from scratch, you can pick up a box mix and then add the extra ingredients. But sometimes it's just easier for me if I do my things from scratch, because it seems like you always have flour and sugar on hand. Okay. That looks good. We're going to add our vanilla. 2 teaspoons. In something like brownies too, I use real vanilla. If you're using something where you don't want the dark color that vanilla will give, then you would use a clear vanilla. Okay, that looks good. Now we're going to do our cocoa. That's 2/3 cup. 1/2 cup of flaked coconut. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Or 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Transfer to our wooden spoon. Okay, I'm going to stir in the flour. That's 1 cup. I've preheated my oven to 350, and we're going to get the brownies in the oven, and then we'll start adding the other ingredients after the base is baked. Pretty good. I'm going to just whip it real good. Okay, we're going to add our pecans, about 1/2 cup, stir it all in, and pour it in our pan that I've sprayed with Pam. Let's see what we're doing here. Now this brownie base, if you would leave out the pecans and the coconut, you can use it for just a plain brownie if you like, or you can do some other varieties. You can add like a cream cheese swirl or something to it if you like. Today we're gonna do the Mississippi mud because I thought it would be fun with our tostada casserole. Okay, we're going to put it in the oven for 18 to 22 minutes, depending on how hot your oven is. This is really simple, and my family loves this, and it's something that you can do all year long. I always start with a base of a fruit cocktail in pear juice. I like it not having such a heavy syrup, so I drain the salad first. There's the fruit first. And then to that juice, I add a pudding. I either use a vanilla or a cheesecake, something like that, something kind of mild that will blend your flavors together when you add your fruit. So that looks pretty good. And then I also stir in about a cup of milk. You can use any kind of milk that you prefer. Okay, and whisk that together. And you whisk it for a couple minutes, just like when you make your instant pudding. The pear juice is going to give it just a little extra flavor. And so we'll take just a break while I whip this together, and we'll be right back.
Valley Cellular has a simple shared plan. Pick any size to fit your needs. It's that simple. You get 3 months free access on all lines. Stop in our office or call us today at 437-2615 for more information.
Okay, the pudding is nice and thick, so now we're going to start adding some of our other ingredients. I add a 8-ounce carton of Cool Whip. First, get that in there and mix it in real well. Okay, now we're just going to pour in the fruit cocktail. Strawberries are in season in the stores now, so I picked up a few strawberries. Depending on the time of the year that you do this, you can add blueberries or whatever. Now remember, all these recipes can be found on the Valley website, and if you don't have internet, just give the girls a call and they'll be happy to get the recipe for you. Okay. I'm going to add another banana. I think there's plenty of pudding in there for a little more fruit. Mandarin oranges or pineapple chunks or something like that also would be good to add to this. Okay. Good. You put it in a nice bowl to serve. Some people even use this for dessert. My husband and my son both will save this, and when they're done with their with the main course, they actually use it for a dessert instead of a salad. So that's also an alternative for you. So now we'll start working on the tostada casserole while we're waiting for the brownies to come out of the oven. A few more minutes. This is a very simple quick and easy casserole to make. You start out with a 9x13 pan and just cover the bottom of it with tortilla chips. I browned a pound of hamburger and I drained the grease off. And so to this, we're going to add a can of refried beans. Another thing you can do with this casserole is if you would rather serve it with chips on the side, you can do that too. And so you just put the chips in a bowl, but it gives it kind of a base, kind of a crust. A can of tomato sauce. And a taco seasoning mix. If you can make your own or whatever. And you can do, I always buy mild. You can buy medium or hot, however spicy you like it. And then mix it all together. And then we're going to heat it through on the stove. I'll just put it on like a medium heat and stir it together. After we have this mixed together, we're going to put it in the oven for just 10 minutes. So it goes really fast, but we're going to pour it right over the top of the chips, bake it for 10 minutes, and then we're going to pull it out. We're going to sprinkle about 2 cups of cheddar cheese on it, and then just put it back in until the cheese is melted and it's ready to eat. Like I said, if you want to use it just as a dip with chips on the side, like for a party or a Super Bowl party or whatever you're doing, you can do that too. Okay, while we wait for the brownies to come out, we'll take a quick break and then we'll start working on the frosting for the brownies. So be right back.
It's a sweet deal. Sign up for broadband high-speed internet and get an Apple iPad mini for only $50. Plus, get free installation. Call Valley today at 437-2615 to take advantage of this sweet deal.
Okay, the brownies are ready to come out of the oven. How they look. The one thing about brownies is you don't want to overbake them, then they'll get hard. So take half a bag of marshmallows and we're going to sprinkle those over the top. Now we're just going to let them set for about a minute, and so that the marshmallows soften up. I use a trick for that I put the lid on it for just a minute, and so that it holds the heat in. We'll melt it in just a minute, and then small marshmallows, and we'll spread those out. We're going to start on the frosting while we're waiting for that, and we have 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to use a half teaspoon of vanilla. Three tablespoons of cocoa. And then we've got 2 cups of powdered sugar. I'm going to take it over here to my mixer. Just get that kind of blended. I've pre-sifted my powdered sugar so that it doesn't have lumps. Okay. And then we're going to add our 3 tablespoons of milk. see how those marshmallows are doing. Okay, a little more time. Okay, looks like our tostada casserole is heated through. So we're going to pour that on our chips. This is another one of those recipes that when you come home from work and it's like, oh, what am I gonna fix for supper, and the kids are hungry. You just throw this together, and if your hamburger's already thawed out, it goes nice and fast. Okay, so we're going to put this in the oven for 10 minutes at 350. Then when that comes out, we're going to sprinkle 2 cups of cheddar cheese over the top. We're going to put it back in and let it melt. So let's see how this is going. Okay, we'll take a quick break here and we'll be right back.
Valley Telecommunications is pleased to announce that our Technology Solutions Center is fully stocked and open for business. We have a large selection to meet your wants and needs. Some of the items we currently carry are a variety of corded and cordless phones, different brands of tablets such as Kindle Fires and Apple iPads and all the accessories for them, Telekin computers, Epson and HP printers and ink cartridges, Apple iPods and accessories, office supplies, wireless keyboards and mice, cellular phones and accessories, different types of media storage, cameras, headphones, power strips and surge protectors, and much, much more. You can also get your very own Valley swag. Our prices are reasonable and comparable to any other retail store. If there is something that you want or need that we do not currently carry, please let us know so that we can check into it for you. We accept all major credit cards, cash or check. Please feel free to stop by our office and check out our new and improved store for all of your technology and day-to-day business needs.
Okay, the marshmallows have kind of softened a little bit, so now we're going to spread the frosting over the top. And you want to kind of do it in dollops so that it's easier to cover. I'm going to get a knife to spread this. And this doesn't have to be perfectly covered because it is, you know, a Mississippi mud that's supposed to be lumpy and bumpy and full of all kinds of stuff. So just kind of spread it the best you can. I've taken these to church before for funerals and for potlucks, and they're always a popular one with men. Of course, chocolate, that's always a popular choice. Now remember, all these recipes can be found on the Valley website, so if you don't have internet, just give the girls a call and they'll get the recipes to you. Okay, there you go. Looks kind of messy, but that's what mud's supposed to look like. So we're going to set that aside, and we'll take our tostadas out of the oven. Okay, that's what it looks like. It's nice and steamy. So we're going to spread the cheddar cheese over the top. Okay, we're going to put it back in for just a minute or so till the cheese melts. And then we have lettuce and tomatoes. I use grape tomatoes this time of the year because it's not really tomato season and those tend to have a little more flavor. So I just sliced them up and I've chopped some lettuce, and we're going to garnish it with sour cream. If you like guacamole or something like that, you can do that too. And you can use taco sauce also if you like that. We find that we like it just with the sour cream because there's a lot of flavor already in the meat with the tomato sauce and the beans. We're going to take our tostada out of the oven. The cheese is all nice and melted. Now we're going to just cover the whole thing with lettuce. Tomatoes. If you want a little more color, you can always throw on some black olives or something, but the flavors that you'll get from this alone will be delicious. Now you can, I'm just going to put a big dollop in the middle. I would serve the sour cream on the side so that your guests can help themselves. So this is what it looks like. And we'll dish some up. Here you go. We've got our tostada casserole, our fruit salad, and our Mississippi mud brownies. I just want to say the Mississippi mud brownies, I've dished it when it's a little bit hot. You want to make sure you let them cool, so make them ahead of time a little bit. Thank you for joining us on this segment of Country Cookin', and we'll see you next time.